Welcome to my channel, my creative besties. So it's 2026. My New Year's resolution for 2026 has been to create more. I feel like I've always been a creator. I've always wanted to create. I've picked up almost every hobby in the book. I've tried being a tattoo artist. I tried painting. I have so many unfinished hobbies around my house. And I'm trying to figure out how to actually pick something and stick to it. If you clicked on this video, you either are a creative or you want to be a creative. My purpose of this video is to share all the ways that there is to be creative and also ways to profit off of it, because we're in 2026 now, and to be real, we need money to live. Sure, you want to create, but it's stressful when you're worried about money. Like, you don't want to be doing something that you know cannot be lucrative in the future. Yeah, I don't want this intro to be too long, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. I have my computer here. Okay, so first let's talk about music. If you're not a singer like me, but you love music, my first thing on my list would be DJing. If you love music, if you like to party, or if you don't like to party but you just like to share your music with people, I think being a DJ is the perfect hobby to pick up. Take two songs you like, mash them together, add beats to it. Eventually you can be working in clubs or just share things on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. People love that stuff. And then that kind of goes into music production. So if you actually want to make the music and beats yourself, that's another hobby that I think would be a great avenue to go down. You can sell these. There's platforms like BeatStarts or Airbit. You can create a catalog through there, and then you can also share the music through TikTok, which I think is a great platform to share anything. Because we're letting go of limiting beliefs in 2026. You can do anything you want. You can be a part of anything you want. If you start making something and you're consistent, and then you start sharing these beats with people, let's say you find a person on TikTok who doesn't have like a lot of followers, but they make good music or they have a good voice. Be like, hey, I think we should collab. I think I make good beats. Let me send these to you. Or I think I make good music, and then bam, you guys collab, and then bam, you start sharing that song, and then it blows up. Or it doesn't blow up and you made a great song. This next one is one of my favorites. I think it's something that I'm naturally good at, so I'll probably be focusing more in these areas this year. Writing. If you're good at writing stories, or if you're just good with words or being poetic with words, I think this is a great art form to get into. First, to start with poems. With the poems, if you want to bring it out to more people and to make it a hobby that you can actually get to know people with, I would get into spoken word or speakeasies. Next one, writing books or stories. This was also one of my favorite ones as a kid. Ways to make this profitable? Obviously, write a freaking book. Why wouldn't you write a book? Think about, I don't know, Twilight. It started with somebody just being at their place and just writing a book. And then you share it on Wattpad or whatever. I know people hate on so many different things, but like, it's so important to start small, or to start quote unquote small. Write a book. It's fun. Get off of TikTok and scrolling and just start making something and creating something. You get so much from it, I believe. But if you want to start smaller, write children's books. Bam. How long, if you like to draw and illustrate, make a children's book. Maybe there was a struggle that you faced as a kid and that you had to get through. Make a book, make a kid's book that talks to those kids. Next, a journalist. Be a journalist. If you like drama, if you like gossiping, talking, turn that into being a journalist. You can make newspapers, you can make blogs. Newspapers are kind of outdated, but still, if you make a really aesthetically pleasing newspaper and you drop that at your neighbor's doors, I'm pretty sure they would love that. If you're looking to profit, I definitely think putting things online is important, because you're going to reach more people. So making blogs online. And then we have a hairstylist. If you like doing hair, if you do your own hair, or you have siblings or friends who need their hair done, family that needs their hair done, and you like doing hair, you better be a hairstylist. If you're a creative person, you don't like the 9 to 5, and you want to work for yourself, I think this is a great career to get into. And it's an art form in itself. So just with the hairstylist, if you really want to be like be crazy, be fun. If you start to do your own hair in more like interesting ways, it is really rewarding to be able to see a style online and to be able to recreate that on yourself. Or if you have a style that's in your head, you need to create that and make that happen. When you do your hair really nice, people are going to ask you, who did your hair? Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And then you're going to be like, I did my hair. And then here's my business card, or here's my number. I can do your hair too. It's these styles that I've been wanting to try. Can I do it on you? So that goes into style. If you are good with clothes and styling, dress up, look cute. There are also many ways that you can profit from this. I actually have my cousin is I believe like a thrift reseller. If you love thrifting and then you resell those clothes either on Depop, or my cousin does pop-up shop or something, a vintage fest, bam, that's another way to profit from your interest and from art. Clothes designer. So now if you actually want to make the clothes, easy. Get a sewing machine, do it. Make a shirt, make a couple shirts and put them on Depop. Bam, you start doing that, people start buying them, people start hearing about you. You made a business out of that. And then eventually you start collecting that money, and then eventually you can start an actual clothing line. Crocheting. That's a new one. I think I feel like it's just popped up into the social media world. Crochet hats, crochet clothes, crochet coasters. Make a series and then sell that series to people. There's actually one girl on Instagram. She literally makes these cute little crop tops and she sells them on Depop. I think she sells each top for like $100. She just pumps these shirts out and people are buying these. Modeling. If you have been told you should model, or you want to model, because you don't have to look a certain way, go find your friend who has a camera and take headshots, and then put that online. Reach out to who you need to reach out to. Once again, I know a person in my life who did exactly this, and now they're in stores. Once again, stop having limiting beliefs. You don't have to be famous, a famous model, to be successful. Okay, now let's say you don't actually want to be the muse. Be a photographer. Take pictures of people. You can also rent out photo studios and you can just go in there and take pictures of other people. You can also take photos of anything. Put your work out there, and then maybe someone's gonna have a wedding and they need a photographer and they get connected to you. Bam, you have a gig there and you make money from that. If you try photography, I think it's important that you get a Pinterest page and just upload your photography there. Now you're on someone's 2027 vision board. You inspired someone. Next one, I feel like people think of being a creative. I feel like most people think of a painter or a drawer or, artist, but that is one of my favorites. This is what I kind of felt boxed into for a hot minute. But if you do want to be a painter, ways that you can turn your paintings into profit other than just paintings, which you can, of course, you can make cute prints and you can sell those. You can have a booth. I know one year the park near me had a whole art convention and all artists just had their booths up, and yeah, you just get to share something that you make with people. I think it's fun. Create a series. If you're gonna make a painting, think about creating a series. I think that's what will keep you motivated. I'm working on a series right now. It's taking me a second, but I'm gonna know what to paint next. I'm gonna keep having ideas. It's gonna make me generate more ideas if I already have like a line that I'm kind of going for. I'm like, oh, I can do that. That fits into it. And then it just starts flowing. Take your art and make it into a puzzle. The next hobby that I would get into would be being a florist. You can actually make money from making cute bouquets. If you like flowers, or if you like gardening, flowers, I think a great creative hobby would be making bouquets. I have heard of people doing this one as well. So being a florist sounds like a really fun hobby that I would get into. Also, if you wanted to just do this like a fun activity, if you get together with your friends, I saw a video where all the friends like bought one bouquet of roses, or one bouquet of flowers. Like one person bought sunflowers, one person got roses, one person had tulips, one person had like the accessory, like I forgot what they're called, but they got together in like a picnic style and then they just made bouquets. Next one, candle making. If you like smells and scents, or if you like candles yourself, you better make those things. They're actually kind of pretty easy to make. There's also this website that I found, because I've considered doing this as well. If you've ever like worried that something is oversaturated, stop worrying. Work on making your product, work on making what you think will make it special, and just do it. You can create a whole series with this, and there's so many different ways to make candles. There's the candles with the rose petals in it. But yeah, I'll put everything on the screen here. Okay, now we're getting into cooking. First we have baking. This is a really fun hobby, I feel. If you like it. If you're good at baking, make some muffins, make some cupcakes, make cakes, package it cute, share it with people. Share it with your neighbors, share it with your family. They make great gifts, and it's just good passing time. Cooking as well. I think Nara Smith is the one that's not crazy. I think we're the crazy ones. If you don't cook like Nara Smith, I think you're missing out. Why? Let me tell you. All the chemicals that they're putting in our food right now, we need to start making our own ice cream. I don't know if you saw how like our ice cream isn't real. If you saw like those videos where it doesn't even melt or it turns to oil, screw that. Make your own ice cream. Get a little mixer, some whipped milk or whatever. I don't know how to make it, whipping cream, and make some your at-home ice cream. Stop going to the store and buying homemade vanilla. You know it's not homemade. It has a homemade taste, but it's not homemade. Why not just make it at home? And to take it a step further, make a cookbook. Look at things that you like to eat. Look at how to make it. YouTube how to make it. Add your own touches to it, and then just click all your favorite dishes on. Click all your favorite dishes and put that in a cookbook. Put packaging on it, and you can share that with people, or just have it for yourself and share it with your grandkids and just keep it in the family. Last for this area, cake decorating. Cake decorating, I feel like, is a really fun and easy one to turn into a business. If you're looking to make money from a creative hobby and you like baking and you think you can do the decorating, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great. Just start. It's fun. You end up with cake. Take pictures of it and post it. Bam. I personally make my own cake for my birthdays. It's kind of like, it's been my resolution, or whatever you want to call it. Next one, mixologist. Be a mixologist. Who do you think made it old-fashioned? If you like a good cocktail, or you like to party, or you like to go out, or let's say you have a lot of friends and you want to invite them over and make your cocktail, I think mixology is a really fun one. Or if you're a bartender, or if you would be a bartender, then I would highly suggest getting into mixology. And once again, you can make a little cocktail book. There's also contests for bartenders that they just make a drink, I believe, and yeah, you get to meet people that like the same thing as you. This one's one of my favorites, and one that I have been leaning into, but interior decor. What'd I do? Interior decorating. I've been still trying to understand ways where I can start. Set up areas in your house, like your coffee table or something. Go to thrift stores and find nice items. Put it on a coffee table and make it look unique. And take pictures of that, share it. Start leaning into that. Start doing what you need to do. Take pictures, create things on TikTok that lean into interior decorating. I literally just opened my Instagram and I saw a guy have a rug collection. I'm like, literally everything around you, someone had to make. It had to start here, and someone had to make it into a real thing. Bro, if you can literally have a career at making rugs. Okay, next one, jewelry making. I think this is a really cute one. Make earrings for your friends, make necklaces. I have a coworker who makes earrings, and he actually doesn't do like, he does chainmail. He'll turn it into outfits and everything. He just shares that with friends. And then now he has like little classes, which I'm actually gonna go to tomorrow, where he has his friends pay maybe $5. He has everything set up at a little coffee shop, and we just make earrings and necklaces, and you share that with people. Eventually, if you want, you can have a website and make it bigger. You once again start small. Get your jewelry into a local coffee shop. When I was at Sencha, for example, I saw they had local artists there where they just had their jewelry, their bracelets that they made, and they just had it at the counter. Okay, I got three more. Pottery. Pottery, of course, pottery. Gotta add that. Let's say you want to pick out 2 hobbies out of my list, and you pick pottery and being a florist. Bam. You like to make bouquets, you like flowers, but you also do pottery. You take pottery classes and you make vases for your flowers. Bam, you got 2 businesses in one. Just create a series. I think what's really important is in creating a series when you do art. But let's say you make only vases. Let's say you make cups. Let's say you make stuff for your kitchen, and you sell that, put that online, and you just sell that. So yeah, I think pottery is a really fun one. Or if you just want to do it as a one-time thing, or just, you know, a side hobby you like to do, I would definitely check out pottery. The next one, comedy. Another art form that is overlooked. Being able to write and act out a joke, that is art. And it's something that you should, if you like making people laugh, you should definitely go to stand-up shows, jump up there and start telling jokes, start having material and just sharing that. I would definitely check out comedy. You guys want to see my new kitten? I got you. Look at her. Aww. Ah! She gets kind of scared, so we'll put her down. Okay, and then last but not least, we have content creation. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to do. Of course, this one is just really about being consistent and really okay with putting yourself out there. Decide if you want to make short form content or if you want to make long form content, or if you want to do a little bit of both. I think what's really important about creating content is doing things that inspire people. How can you make an impact on your social media? I think this is often on a lot of people's bubbles, but really just getting in there and figuring out how to start small. I'm planning to make more videos on about how to be consistent, just different areas to like build yourself, build your personality, and to get away from or just scrolling and just consuming. I think a lot of people are aware that they feel like they're consuming too much and they're not creating anything. And I think that's what leads to depression or just not feeling like yourself. And to take something from your head and to make it into a physical thing is one of the most rewarding things that you can do. I've started creating just a bit more in life, like about 2 months ago. I mean, I've always been a creator, but being able to actually share what I've been creating and what I'm doing really makes me feel, it's a really rewarding experience. So yeah, my New Year's resolution is to create more 2026. This is the year to make it happen. Start now, start small. You don't have to start big. Also, you don't have to burn yourself out. I think that's another important thing that we tend to do. Be consistent with something. Have like a consistent schedule. Maybe like once a week you focus on this area. If you're looking at a mountain of where you want to be, let's say you want to have a published book, and here you are, you haven't even written a word, you haven't figured out the title. Of course this is gonna look overwhelming and daunting. Start small, start having fun, create characters for the book, visualize, and just basically creating art should be fun. It does not need to be stressful. Of course, money is often like, we have to make money, you have to get the career, you have to do it now. But sometimes really it's just about expression. Think about Vincent van Gogh. I believe his art wasn't really popular until after he passed away. Try to embody something. Say, I want to claim this as my personality, and then you just put that in. I'm a cat person. I have 2 cats. I do art. I upload content, and I am pursuing this career, but I also paint when I'm at home. But I'm actually making a series, so if you want to buy it. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this inspired you. Let me know down below what you might get into, something that you're working on right now. And yeah, let's have a conversation below. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Thank you.